What's good, guys? Back at it again. UFC 306 full picks and predictions. Let's get it. Let's fucking get it. Let's fucking get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Alright, so without further ado, my 6 best bets. Not the best that I've done. I only got one wrong, Bahamondes. But every single 6 best bets hit. Well, 5 bets hit and the bonus hit. Lock of the week hit. We're on a lock of the week streak. My last lock of the week that hit was Davison Figueiredo, so it was a long time since we hit lock of the week. I got Ragzu wrong because Chris Padilla's a dog. Like I said, man, that guy hit an elbow, busted up that guy's eye bad. Doctor stoppage, that's fine. Trevor Peek lost. Osbourne was the better fighter, and Bahamondes got subbed. Honestly, bro, that's fine. That's fine. I know what I'm playing with this game, and I know what I'm expecting when I pick a dog. So without further ado, guys, I went 10-3. I'm just happy my lock of the week hit, man. That's all I'm happy about. This week, lock of the week's going to hit too, so let's get it. I'm trying to get on a 4-fight lock of the week win streak. So without further ado, guys, UFC 306, O'Malley versus Dvalishvili predictions right now. Let's get it. I'm a little out of breath, bro, because that intro actually took a lot out of me. Main card has Osbourne. $16 million Gaiden has Osbourne on it. Come on. No, I'm just kidding. Daniel Zellhuber, banger fight. Esteban, Brian Ortega, Diego Lopes, Alexa Grasso, Valentina Shevchenko. We're going to be talking about why there was a 10-8 in the 5th round, if that was even necessary. Irene, Aldana, Norma, Dumont. Irene, Aldana has turned into the favorite. I hammered Norma Dumont, bro. I thought she was going to be the favorite. All right, let's go. Enough chit-chat, enough banter. 10 fights. Let's get it, guys. I hope you guys have a great weekend. As much as me, I lost a lot of money on the Israel Adesanya fight, and I just made it all back yesterday. So I hope you guys are doing good, man, and I hope you guys are okay, man. Raul Rosas Jr. versus Aoriqileng, the Mongolian murderer. I broke this fight down. This is the updated predictions, so there's going to be a little bit more enthusiasm, a little bit more extra stats, and way more confidence coming in my picks right now. Raul Rosas Jr. opens up at a -700. He was -670 earlier in the week. 2 weeks ago, I took him, and he was a -600, guys. So don't be afraid to take him now. He's going to be a -800, -700. But one thing I want to say is after the Ricky Turcios fight, his most recent fight, he was arguably, maybe he lost that first round against Ricky Turcios. So the odds shrunk on him live, and he was a -145. Because right now we're just trying to, get our units up. So he was a -145 after the Ricky Turcios first round. So I hammered him. Put $50 on him. That's how you're going to get Raul Rosas Jr. You got to get him in a live bet. I think, though, with Aoriqileng, Pick'em just tweeted, imagine having a win over the current number 2 pound-for-pound fighter and being a +180 underdog on Dana White Contender Series. Damn, Pick'em. Man, Pick'em's on that. All right. But Raul Rosas Jr., bro, maybe if this goes past the first round, you can get a live bet and it'll be maybe under 700, -700. But we don't know. Maybe he gets a first round submission. That's the thing. He's facing a guy who is not that good in the UFC. Has a lot of losses in general, 25-11-0. And his most recent loss was to Amin Zahabi. He had a no contest to Daniel Marcos. I thought that he was going to lose that fight either way, no matter what. -700 for Raul Rosas Jr. is ridiculous. But we have to say that that's because of UFC Noche, bro. That's because, it's because it's Mexican Independence Day, bro. What more can you expect? 19 years old for the guy versus 31. Dude, 11-year gap. This dude's as old as me, bro. 136, 5'9", 5'7", 67-69 inch reach. I'm surprised Aoriqileng has a longer reach. Majority Tapology has Raul Rosas by sub. Bro, this is like that Isaac Dalgarian fight. Everybody was like, yo, Isaac Dalgarian by KO, and he got a submission. So you guys got to be careful when you just hammer what everybody was saying. Everybody was saying last week, Gilbert's a better striker. Gilbert's overall better than everything on Sheen Brady. But we don't really know. We don't know. Sometimes fighting is different, and maybe he doesn't feel as good that day, and he looks different, as much as we expect him. So you're only as good as your last fight, and I like that. He impressed me in the second round when he got that submission. But he needed that rear naked choke. One of the best rear naked chokes in the game. Decision against Cháirez in Dana White Contender Series. Submission rear naked choke. Terrence KO. Bro, he finishes all of his fights. So this fight's not going the distance in my opinion. I'm going to go Raul Rosas Jr. by KO or submission. Double chance. That's what I was going to say. That's my main point of this whole fight. Enough yip-yapping, enough yap. I just wanted to say that you got to take the double chances. Because it's too risky. It's too risky just having... I mean, if you want to sprinkle sub, that's fine. You could do just Raul Rosas Jr. by submission. That's fine. But make another slip and do Raul Rosas Jr. by KO. It's more plus money, bro. And, I don't know. I like double chance, though. I always take double chance. I think Raul Rosas Jr. is going to get a second round submission. If not second round, let's get some ground and pound in the second round. He has very good ground and pound. I liked his win over Terrence Mitchell. KO, punches from mount. Very good, very accurate punches from mount. Aoriqileng, I don't really want to talk this much about this guy, man. He's just another tin can fed to a Mexican to get slaughtered. Public execution. Give me Raul Rosas Jr. inside the distance by KO or submission in the second round. Let's go. Edgar Cháirez versus Joshua Van. Oh my God, bro. Bro, I love Joshua Van, bro. He was my lock of the week against Charles Johnson. And he lost. And that's fine. You can say Joshua Van is maybe more of a flyweight than he is a bantamweight because he's pretty small for oh wait, not even bantamweight, bro. I was gonna say he's pretty small for flyweight. He's really small for flyweight. So when you look at that, bro, it tells me this guy is more of an atom weight. Like if there was a 115-pound division, Joshua Van would be champion. But there's no 115-pound division for men's. So you got to fight at flyweight. So being the smaller man in flyweight is not the best thing. But the boxing, the fundamental boxing, the footwork, it's just that he got caught bad, bro. The way he got caught with an uppercut, bro, Johnson read him like a book. Charles Johnson read him like a book. Charles Johnson was getting his ass beat, though, in my opinion. You can comment. You can say, no, he wasn't, bro. He was just downloading data. I thought Joshua Van was beating the shit out of Charles Johnson. And I don't know. I don't like playing this game where he lost. He lost. Fair and square. I like him, though. Felipe Burns KO. Kevin Borjas decision. Decision split over Zellhuber and Cleveland McLean. Honestly, I think this fight's going to go the distance. Actually, nah, I can't even say that. 11-5-0 for Edgar Cháirez. If we're going to talk about Cháirez, guys, this guy has finished triangle choke, Daniel Lacerda, Gianni Velasquez, submission armbar and Fury, and then Roberto Guerrero by submission, guys. All of his wins, other than his UFC debut loss, have come by finish. He's lost to Taisu Taira in his UFC debut, which is crazy that he lost by decision. He didn't get finished because Taisu Taira is a finisher. Daniel Lacerda, premature stoppage, you know that, so they had to run it back. The no contest, so that doesn't count as a loss, doesn't count as anything. It just counts like a skid mark, like a smudge in your record. Plus 165 for Edgar Cháirez. I don't know why. I don't know why this guy's a dog. Maybe because the boxer from Myanmar is really, really good and has better fundamentally sound striking than his opponent. But Edgar Cháirez, if he gets this fight to the ground, he's going to be able to wrap up that rear naked choke, maybe an arm triangle, and he could finish this fight. The finishing upside's on Edgar Cháirez. Definitely. No ifs and buts about it. 28 years old to 22. 131 was his last weight. 125. 5'7" and 5'5". 72-inch reach to 65. I believe Edgar Cháirez missed weight at one time. Who doesn't miss weight, bro? Everybody misses weight. Like, these guys don't even try. Joshua Van, minus 205. I don't like that, though. I don't really like that. I don't like that at all. He was a minus, like... He was like that in the Charles Johnson fight. He got knocked the fuck out. Bro, Joshua Van. I mean, you can't just fade him, though. You can't fade a guy like Joshua Van. A lot of people have him by decision. I don't like the way he hit his chin. I don't like his chin, bro. I really don't. But Charles Johnson's that guy. But, bro, Charles Johnson is not known for knocking people out. He's really good for boxing, and he's really good at striking. But Charles Johnson, he's not known for knocking people out. Maybe if he hit me with that strike, I'll get knocked the fuck out, too. But Joshua Van is going to be the pick, guys. I'm very, very low confident on Joshua Van, though. I'm going to go Joshua Van by 29-28, unanimous decision. And I want him to avenge me, bro, because he lost my lock of the week. And that was actually why I'm on the lock of the week. I was on a lock of the week losing streak because of Joshua Van. No, I'm just kidding. But I was on a lock of the week losing streak. So give me Joshua Van to win this fight by 29-28, unanimous decision. Edgar Cháirez has the finishing upside. If you're going to Edgar Cháirez, go by submission or go by KO, guys. Joshua Van got KO'd in his last fight 1 month and 3 weeks ago, guys. Very short notice on Joshua Van's side. With all that being said, guys, Just like Cody Durden said it, sometimes the better man doesn't always win, but in the long run, the better man does win. So, give me Joshua Van, 29-28, whoop Edgar Cháirez' ass, masterclass, and add his losses to 6. 11-6-0 in the UFC, guys. That's going to be a terrible record. So, give me Joshua Van to win this fight. But it's Mexican Independence Day, so you got to be careful if this goes to a split decision and they give it to Edgar Cháirez. It's going to be at the Sphere, a bunch of bright lights. We don't know how this is going to look. Joshua Van's 22 years old, very young. And we don't know how he's going to look after that knockout. Is he going to be more tentative? Is he going to be more, like, timid? I don't know. Sorry for the long breakdown, guys, but I'm going to go Joshua Van, 29-28 by unanimous decision. Let's get it. Yazmin Jauregui versus Ketlen Souza. Ketlen Souza, plus 400. Yazmin is a minus 550. Mexico's favorite. 11-1-0 versus 14-4-0 on Ketlen Souza. My bad, guys. If you saw my other video with the power raid, this is the exact same power rate. All right, minus 554. Yazmin, 25 years old, 29 years old for Ketlen Souza. A prospect we have, guys. We have a prospect coming up, guys. Or a really hyped women's MMA fighter. 25 years old to 29, 115 to 115, 5'3 to 5'3, 64 inches to 63. Her gym is not announced here, and I really wanted to know. But everybody, guys, on Tapology is going Yazmin by decision. When I look at Ketlen Souza, bro, her loss to Karine Silva by submission knee bar was a little weird, you know, because I don't really see knee bars a lot. I don't see the submission knee bar a lot. And if you get hit with a knee bar, your defense for BJJ is not that good, in my opinion, because knee bars are really rare in the UFC to get. So if you get a knee bar, bro, you're lacking a lot of BJJ. Number 21 in the world versus number 56. Dude, Ketlen Souza, bro, I don't know where she is, bro. Like, I don't know where she is. Like, is she a journeyman? Karine Silva, she lost by knee bar. Who are these people? No, I'm just kidding. Dane Carso, leg kicks. Bro, I'm Ariana Kalasi, bro. Bro, you lost to this girl, bro? Bro, this is the girl who cried because she got a headbutt. Bro, I'm done. Not a long breakdown for here. Guys. Not a long breakdown. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Give me Yazmin Jauregui by 29-28 by submission or decision, guys. I don't think Ketlen Souza is that good, man. I don't really think she's that good. I don't really think she's that good. 11-1-0 for Yazmin. Let's go. Viva Mexico. Vamos. Con todo. All right. Next fight, Manuel Torres versus Ignacio Bahamondes. Now we're talking, bro. Now we're talking. All right, Manuel Torres, when we look at this fight, bro, 15-2-0 for Manuel Torres. Ignacio Bahamondes, 15-5-0. Ooh. Bro, losing to Ludovic Klein by decision is not bad. That's not bad at all. But Manuel Torres is a little bit on the better upside. These odds are not accurate. Plus 100 for Manuel Torres. If you look at it right now, bro, Manuel Torres is a minus 105. I'm going to just check that just to make sure. Minus 120 for Ignacio Bahamondes. Ignacio was like a minus 150 2 weeks ago, and now he's a minus 120. He's shrinking as a favorite. 29 years old to 27. 155 to 156. 5'10 to 6'3. 73 to 75 inch reach. Majority Tapology is going on Manuel Torres, and I can see why. When we look at this fight, let me just look at the odds. Look at how much the odds have fluctuated. You don't even have to, may the odds persuade you or not. Minus 104 for Manuel Torres. Ignacio Bahamondes, minus 122. Dude. Manuel Torres is going to be the favorite by the fight day. So I'm going to go Manuel Torres. Not because he's going to be the favorite, but because when I hear people break this fight down, rear naked choke, Chris Duncan. Nicholas Mota, KO, TKO, elbow. KO against Frank Camacho. KO against Colton. Submission. He's finished all of his last 5 fights. Bro, if you break down Manuel Torres and watch him fight, bro, you're going to see why he's growing as the favorite. Other than his last loss by knee, and I just said knee bar. If you lose to knee bar, bro, that means you don't know BJJ. And he loses to knee bar. But from his last loss, he's finished everybody in the first round. Every single person he's fought, he's finished them in the first round. I don't know if he finishes Ignacio Bahamondes in the first round, but I'm going to go Manuel Torres to win this fight, guys, by submission or KO, guys, in the second round. Just because I think Ignacio Bahamondes is tough. I like the way he fights, and I like the way he represents himself. And he's going to be the hometown crowd. Whoa. No, he's not. My bad, guys. He's from Chile. Mexico, Manuel Torres is going to be the hometown crowd. Give me Manuel Torres by KO or submission in the second round. If you have Ignacio Bahamondes, he's more of a KO artist, technician. This is going to be a striker's delight. Just sit back and watch. I'll take Manuel Torres money line. But if you want to get fancy with it, give me Manuel Torres by submission or KO in the second round. That's going to be a fun fight, guys. And it tells us, guys, that we're only in the prelims. Dude, Irene Aldana versus Norma Dumont. Irene Aldana, 15-7-0. Her last loss was to Amanda Nunes. Then she beat Carol Rosa. She beat Yana Santos. And then she beat Macy Chasson. 11-2-0 for Norma Dumont. She's a grappler versus striker. Macy Chasson, she lost split decision. So if you do MMA math, maybe it can help you. Minus 130 for Irene Aldana. Plus 110 for Norma Dumont. 36 years old to 33 years old. 136. Bantamweight division, because featherweight division is dead in women's MMA. 5'9" to 5'7", 68-inch reach to 67. When I look at this fight, guys, it tells me striker versus grappler. Number 2 in the world versus number 9. This might be a rude awakening, guys. I went on Norma Dumont earlier this week, guys, but I think I'm going to pick flip, guys. I think I'm going to go Irene Aldana to win this fight just because she's more fundamentally sound in the striking department, and she has very good takedown defense. When she was against Macy Chasson, she got on the ground, right, and she was on her back, but she up-kicked Macy Chasson in the belly, and Macy Chasson just, and she shrunk. But it shows that even if Irene Aldana's on the floor, she scrambles to get up. She scrambles to do different things. She goes. She's not going to just stay on the floor and get grapple fucked and just stay on the floor like Dylan Budka. She's going to try to do stuff, and she's going to try to do the best that she can to get back up. So a girl like Norma Dumont is that girl who's just going to lay down on top of you. She's just going to lay down on top of you, guys. Look at her last 4 wins. Decision, merchant. Her last loss is very interesting to split Macy Chasson, because Macy Chasson is really good. She beat Mayra Bueno Silva. Not only has she beaten Mayra Bueno Silva, but Macy Chasson is a problem in 135 women's MMA. You can really understand where people are in the bantamweight division of women's MMA when they fight Macy Chasson. You can't tell everything about them, but you can understand, oh, okay, that's why she lost to her. Oh, okay. Oh, all right, now that makes sense. So, majority topology is going Norma Dumont, 54%. If you're going Irene Aldana, I don't think the KO upside is happening. I think the over 2.5 hits on this fight. Not only do I think the over 2.5 hits, but earlier this week I picked Norma Dumont. I want to pick Irene Aldana, but for some reason, bro, I think I'm going to just go with my gut. I don't like doing pick flips. I might do a pick flip on Friday. I saved the pick flips for Friday. But I'm going to go Norma Dumont. I think she's going to grapple her. She should be able to take this fight down. I liked her win against Jauregui Durandamy. I don't know why, but I live bet Jauregui Durandamy. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Don't ask me why. I'm terrible at that shit. I'm terrible. I don't know why. But Norma Dumont, she really showed me who she is. She really showed me who she is, guys. She shows me that she's here to fight. She's from Brazil. If you look at Norma Dumont's Instagram, guys, it's a pleasure. It's a delight for anybody that loves Instagram. And honestly, I'm glad to be an MMA fan. I'm going to go Norma Dumont to win this fight, guys, by 29-28, 30-27, and 29-28 unanimous decision. The only thing is, Mexico is going to be on Irene Aldana, guys. But give me Norma Dumont to win this fight, guys, by 29-28 after grappling her, maybe losing the first round. But I don't know if she'll be able to keep her down. Irene Aldana's that girl, man. She's a problem for anybody in the division. So give me Norma Dumont by 29-28. Very low confidence pick. But we got to make a pick. And I like Norma Dumont. I love me some Norma Dumont. Main card time, boys and girls. Ronaldo Rodríguez versus Ode Osbourne. They're 25 years old to 32 years old. That's the first thing that I always try to break down. I got to get used to that. I got to get used to breaking down 25 years old to 32. I got to bring up the age because age is a major factor. one of the biggest factors. Minus 130 for Ronaldo Rodríguez, plus 110 for Ode Osbourne. 32 years old to 25, 126, 125. These guys don't miss weight. These guys are very good at making weight. 5'6" to 5'7", 65 inch reach to 73. Plus 110 for Ode Osbourne. I don't even know how. Like, what do you guys see, bro? What do you guys see from Ode Osbourne that he has to be a plus 110? Like, that this has to be even. But I understand. I understand exactly why. It's because this guy's fairly new to UFC. His last win over Dennis Bondar, UFC debut, successful UFC debut. My bad, guys. I gotta pull my nose. All right. Successful UFC debut for Ronaldo Rodríguez. I'm a little sick. I think I'm getting sick. Successful UFC debut for Ronaldo Rodríguez. That's why this video is mad long. 25 years old to 32. 5'6" to 5'7", 65 inch reach to 73. Ode Osbourne has a chance, guys. As much as I talk shit about him, as much as I say why is he on the main card of the Sphere, it is a disrespect. But he has been in the UFC for a long time, very long time. It's just now that he's getting a lot of losses. This is not normal. Other than his loss to Manuel earlier in his career, it's not normal for Ode Osbourne to be on a 2-loss streak. He's never lost 2 in a row, ever. So this is the first time he's ever lost 2 in a row. He lost to Brian Kelleher by submission. Who loses to Brian Kelleher, bro? Who? And then Jeremy Romero. Then he lost to Manuel Cape. That's fine. That was in 2021. That was a sick fight. CJ Vergara, he beat another guy. Then he lost to Tayson Nam. He beat Charles Johnson, something that Joshua Van couldn't do. And then he lost to Oscar Mabayev and Joffrey Filler. Rear naked choke. This guy, we know his problem, and the discrepancy is he's a good striker, but if you pressure him, you can get a submission out of him, or you can get a KO out of him. Not all the time, but a guy like Ronaldo Rodríguez, he wins decision split, submission. He's more of a guy who's going to try to grapple you and try to submit you. He has 1 KO on his career, but it's a doctor stoppage due to ankle injury, so you can't count that out. Number 42 in the world versus number 39. Flyweight is very shallow in my opinion. So I'm going to go Ronaldo Rodríguez, guys. And I think Ode Osbourne is changing of the guard. I don't like to say this because Ode Osbourne was one of my favorite fighters, bro. Like, as much as I talk recency bias and stuff, it's all the recency bias that persuades me. But Ode Osbourne was one of my favorite fighters. Because when I saw him against Manuel man, that was so fun to watch. And the striking clinic that they had right before that KO with the flying knee, it impressed me. And every time Ode Osbourne fights, it's entertaining, guys. Whether he gets finished or he doesn't, it's entertaining. So as much as I talk about Ode Osbourne, I talk bad about him, he's a good fighter, guys. And he couldn't do... He does something that almost 90% of the people can't do. And that's be a ranked flyweight and fight at the top echelon of the division in the UFC. So I'm not going to cut him slack. Give me Ronaldo Rodríguez by second round submission, guys. When Ode Osbourne gets finished, guys, just like I said, it's by submission, and it's round 1 or round 2 in the early. So 4 minutes and 27, like the half end of the round, and then the end of the round of the second. So he gets overwhelmed and he gets pressured. So give me a late second round submission, rear naked choke specifically on Ode Osbourne. I can see him getting taken down. This guy has one of the best rear naked chokes in the game. So give me Ronaldo Rodríguez to win this fight by rear naked choke in the second round. Daniel Zellhuber versus Esteban Ribovics. 15-1-0 for Daniel Zellhuber. Esteban Ribovics 13-1-0. His last loss in his last 5 was to Trey Ogden. That's fine. Trey Ogden is a beast. He's the dog. Lopes decision. That guy is a dog. I have more respect if you lost by unanimous decision to Lopes than if you lose to Trey Ogden. But I had somebody comment on one of my, oh, hey, I need your guys' help. Who do you guys think wins this fight, Daniel Zellhuber or Esteban Ribovics? And he commented in Spanish, so shout out to that guy. He said Daniel Zellhuber, the Golden Boy, is a problem, and a lot of people on Saturday will understand why this was a mismatch. That's what he said. That's just specifically from his words. And I actually was surprised, bro, because plus 190 for a guy who just finished Terrence McKinney 3 months ago by head kick KO in the first round, and who just beat Camille Kirk, who won on Dana White Contender Series by KO, who beat Franco by KO, guys. In his last 5, he has 1 decision in his last 5, other than his loss. Daniel Zellhuber, on the other hand, is a decision merchant, guys. He got an anaconda choke on Christian Gagos, but if he can't finish you guys, obviously this sounds a little more obvious. He's more of a decision merchant. I was going to say if he can't finish you, it's going to go to decision. That's the most obvious thing that anybody can ever assume. 77-inch reach to 69. Extremely long reach for Daniel Zellhuber. He's huge for the division. I don't know how he makes 155, but he does. 6'1", 5'10". Extreme Couture versus Alpha Team. I love Extreme Couture, guys. All those guys in Extreme Couture are very good. And I think Daniel Zellhuber is clear cut to win this fight by unanimous decision. But I love me some Esteban Ribovics, bro. Honestly, I always say this, but Esteban Ribovics is my favorite fighter, bro. He's one of my favorite fighters. The way he finished Terrence McKinney and the way he's there to always scrap. His fight against Lucas was pretty good. I got to rewatch that fight one more time just to refresh my memory. The last time I watched it was 2 weeks ago. So I got to rewatch that fight just one more time just to refresh my memory and get a little bit better understanding of his habits and his technicality. But he's more of a striker. He might try to shoot some takedowns. Argentina versus Mexico, you know the crowd's going to go crazy. Mexico, Mexico, Mexico. They're going to go crazy. If you got Ribovics, bro, you got Ribovics by KO. No ifs and buts about it, by KO or decision. If you got Daniel Zellhuber, if you want to go submission, you can. It's not likely, though, guys. KO for Daniel Zellhuber is least likely outcome of this entire fight. More likely to get an Esteban Ribovics KO than a Daniel Zellhuber KO. Minus 230 for Daniel Zellhuber, plus 190 for Esteban Ribovics. I'm going to go Daniel Zellhuber by 29-28, 30-27, and 29-28 unanimous decision. But I think these guys are going to be interested in trying to finish. You know, the crowd's going to be there. If the crowd's there, gives you a different vibe, gives you a different fight, and gives you a way different fight compared to if this was in the Apex. You know, they're not just trying to collect a paycheck. They're trying to show out for the Sphere, one of the biggest cards in 2024. So give me Golden Boy, guys, by KO or unanimous decision. 29-28, 30-27, and 29-28 unanimous decision, guys. That's going to be a fun fight. Let's go. Brian Ortega versus Diego Lopes. A little bit of a longer breakdown for this fight, guys. 16-3-0 for Brian Ortega. 25-6-0 for Diego Lopes. Diego Lopes' his last win against Dan Ige. He looked fairly weird in that third round. He gassed really hard in that third round. Harder than anybody has gassed ever before. He was on the bottom half of he was on the bottom of Dan Ige, and he got controlled. And he lost that third round heavy. Honestly, I don't know how Brian Ortega would have looked if he stepped in on that fight. Maybe he would have lost either way. But Dan Ige stepping in really shows more tape study that Brian Ortega can do. Brian Ortega 16-3-0. I'm surprised that he's even taking this fight again, guys, because I thought that he didn't want no smoke. Yair Rodríguez KO shoulder injury. Beat Yair Rodríguez 6 months ago. Alexander Volkanovski lost by decision. I don't know why I'm still seeing that fight. I said this last week. I said this last week, bro. Like, dude, this is one of the most inactive guys of all time. Brian Ortega. He's in the top 5 of the featherweight division because he doesn't fight a lot. Max Holloway, Dr. Stoppage 5 years and 8 months ago. If I'm looking at your last 5 fights, and there's a fight from 5 years and 8 months ago, there's a problem. There's a massive problem. Plus 155 for Brian Ortega. Minus 180 for Diego Lopes. I saw a meme where it said, when you're getting your ass beat, and then you remember your ex is watching, and then he fucking wrapped up that shit on Yair Rodríguez. That was actually pretty funny because Tracy Cortez was in the crowd. And she's probably going to be in the crowd here. So come on, Brian Ortega. We got to do it again, bro. She's in the crowd. You can't lose if she's in the crowd. 69-inch reach for Brian Ortega. He's always been known for having a 69-inch reach. But he always makes it look like he has a 71, 72-inch reach. 5'8" for Brian Ortega, 5'11" for Diego Lopes, 72.5-inch reach for Diego Lopes, 161. His last weight wasn't a miss. It had to be at catch weight for Dan Ige, 146. These guys don't miss weight. Very professional athletes that don't miss weight. Minus 180 for Diego Lopes is crazy. Honestly, I thought he was going to be a minus 300. But it's because Brian Ortega has that upside, and if you know a dog, you know the biggest dog and the best dog on the card. He's a guy like T-City, Brian Ortega. That guy's actually lit. That guy has aura, bro. That, if you want to know what aura is, that's Brian Ortega, guys. That guy is actually a problem, bro. When he went in and he rolled his ankle against Yair Rodríguez, that was actually funny, bro. I wonder how many people hammered Yair Rodríguez after this guy rolled his ankle. I already had Yair Rodríguez. I wonder how many people lost so much money after live betting Yair Rodríguez. Lopes, everybody has Lopes to win by KO, guys. But I don't know. Lopes finishes a lot of his fights. He was not able to finish Dan Ige, though. If you have Brian Ortega, go Brian Ortega by submission. Sprinkle Brian Ortega by submission, guys. Diego Lopes is fun. Has finished Sadiq Youssef, Pat Sabatini, Gavin Tucker, all of his wins except for Dan Ige. So if you want to go for the under 2.5 in this fight, it's the best outcome. It's the safest outcome, and it's more likely. But with all that being said, guys, Brian Ortega has never been finished in the UFC. Ever. He's never been finished in the UFC. He's never been knocked out. He's never been submitted. He's never been finished in the UFC. So if you can't finish a guy like Brian Ortega and you're losing the third round to Dan Ige, you're going to be in hell when you're fighting Brian Ortega. Brian Ortega took this fight again for a reason. I think he thinks it's a favorable matchup for him. I don't know why, but I think he thinks he can wrap this guy up. And I can definitely see that, kind of. But I'm going to go Diego Lopes by unanimous decision, guys. 29-28, 30-27, and then 29-28 after I can see maybe Brian Ortega like trying to wrap up some subs on the ground. But I think this is going to be more of a striking battle. That's why. And Brian Ortega doesn't get knocked out. He never gets knocked out. Although maybe that has to do with his inactivity of him not getting finished. But he's faced guys like Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski, and Yair Rodríguez. And he still wasn't able to get finished. Honestly, if you want to count that shoulder injury as a finish, you can count it. But I don't really count that as a finish, guys. When I say finish, I mean punch him in the face until it's a TKO. Not, oh, my shoulder. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like, I've never seen Brian Ortega get dropped. I saw his fight with Renato Moicano. That was a good fight, bro. One of the best guillotines in MMA. Brian Ortega, if he wraps that guillotine up, he could definitely submit Diego Lopes. I think you guys are gonna like my pick flip. I might pick flip to Brian Ortega on Friday, but I gotta see more. I gotta see what he says on Wednesday. I gotta see what Diego Lopes is thinking, and then I'm gonna go Brian Ortega if I see something that I like. Just a sprinkle. But I'm going to go Diego Lopes, guys, by unanimous decision. And I'm going to take the over 2.5. It's probably plus money, guys. A lot of people are expecting Lopes to just run right through Brian Ortega. But give me Lopes to win this fight by 29-28. Unanimous decision. Now, Alexa Grasso versus Valentina Shevchenko. 16-3-1-4. Alexa Grasso 23-4-1 for Valentina Shevchenko. 120 minus 124. Alexa Grasso. I just want to make sure that's right, guys. Alexa Grasso is a minus 125. Valentina Shevchenko is a minus 102. So she's no longer a plus money no more, Valentina Shevchenko. So when we look at her last fight, it was a draw. If you look at the fifth round between Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko, the fifth round was given a 10-8 for Alexa Grasso. That was also celebrating Mexican Independence Day, and that was in Mexico. So a lot of these judges are like, let's save Alexa and let's give a 10-8. And let's call it a draw. In my opinion, I thought Valentina Shevchenko won that fight. She had terrible takedown defense, Alexa Grasso. She showed that she could get taken down and controlled for over 2.5 minutes. Why? Why are you getting taken down and controlled by Valentina Shevchenko? Because she's really good. But I don't think you should be able to have that bad takedown defense when you're this far into your career. 31 years old. I saw an interview with Shaq MMA, bro. She looked like she was pissed at Shaq MMA. She's like, dude, you asked the same fucking questions. Alexa Grasso was like, I'm tired of hearing about Valentina Shevchenko. All I hear is Valentina Shevchenko. And she looked like she did not want to do that interview, bro. She's tired. She's annoyed. And she's annoyed of all the things that surround her and Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina Shevchenko trains at a good gym, Tiger Muay Thai, Lobo Gym MMA. For Alexa Grasso, she trains with Diego Lopes. Very good gym. On Tough, she had a very successful. They both had very good. Tough was exciting. Tough was so exciting, bro. 5'5" to 5'5", 124 to 124, 31 years old to 36. That's why I like to talk about age last. I'm gonna try to see if I could talk about age like last at the end. 36 years old is one of the biggest discrepancies in age, guys. Can we have a women's MMA flyweight champion at 37 years old? At 36 years old? Is this possible? Yes, it's possible. Is this likely? I don't think it's likely. That's not going to be my major factor. If you look at topology, that's what scares me the most, guys. A lot of people are overlooking Shevchenko, guys. when she arguably won that second fight. Grasso, a lot of people have this fight to go to distance. If you have Grasso, you could do Grasso by submission or decision because she won by submission her first fight. Valentina Shevchenko went for a lazy... Okay, I was going to say she went for a lazy head and arm throw, but I don't think she did. I think, I forgot exactly how she got the back, but she took her back, and she was able to flatten her out and then submit her. But Valentina Shevchenko made a very, very terrible mistake. Oh, spin! She did the spin. Thank God I remember that. She spinned, and then she tried to hit Grasso's body with a spin kick to the body. And Alexa Grasso was able to take her back and submit her. Valentina Shevchenko has terrible fight IQ in my opinion, but she's very good at winning rematches and trilogies. I don't know anybody else who has been in this flyweight division at the top echelon of the division for this long. Valentina Shevchenko's the queen of MMA. You can't go wrong with that. She's the queen. The best to ever do it. And in my opinion, guys, I really like Valentina Shevchenko, and I want to pick her, but I'm going to go Alexa Grasso, guys, to win this fight by 48-47, 49-46, and 48-47 split decision for Alexa Grasso. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes to split decision, guys. Last time it was a draw. These guys are very, very equal. Equal in reach, equal in height, almost equal in their last 5, other than one loss to Valentina Shevchenko. This is the two best of the best, but I need to see a definitive outcome. I can't see that was another close fight. I need to see a definitive outcome so that way we can definitely get done with this fight. So we don't have to talk about one of the other fighters again. So give me Alexa Grasso to win this fight by 48-47. Split decision, Alexa Grasso. 48-47. Split decision for Valentina Shevchenko. And then 48-47, split decision for Alexa Grasso. Alexa Grasso doesn't seem like she's in the best headspace right now. I don't know why. We got to see how she looks Wednesday, but she seems annoyed, and she seems like she just wants to fight. She's tired of talking. She just wants to fight, and that could be either good or bad. So give me Mexico to win this fight, guys, for the Sphere in Las Vegas. Let's get it. It's going to be a great night, guys. Let's get it. Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili, guys. Sorry if this guys took a long breakdown. You guys can skip through, press the timestamps, all that stuff. Definitely pay attention to what I said in the Joshua Van fight, because that is probably the longest fight that I talked about, other than this one. 17-4-0 for Merab. Sugar Sean O'Malley. 18-1-0 for Sugar Sean O'Malley. Bro, when you look at Sugar Sean O'Malley, bro, his no contest to Pedro Munoz, you can look at his rise to the top and to the belt, and you could say he got fast-tracked. Like Alex Pereira, he got fast-tracked like a lot of people, and he's the golden boy of the UFC. Merab Dvalishvili, on the other hand, has had to run through hell for this title shot. Through absolute hell. And I mean that when I say that. Merab Dvalishvili has run through hell. Dude, he's on, other than his lost decision in grappling, bro, this guy is on one of the longest win streaks in bantamweight history. Casey Kenny, decision. Gustavo Lopes, decision. John Dodson, decision. Cody Stamann, decision. Marlon Moraes, decision. That's when everybody was like, oh. Jose Aldo, decision. Peter Yan, decision. Henry Cejudo, decision. If he beats Sean O'Malley, he would have been 4 former champions. You know how crazy that stat is? If he beats Sean O'Malley, he would beat 4 former champions. Dude, this guy's on one of the longest win streaks in the whole bantamweight history. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-fight win streak, guys. He deserves the title shot. He could have gotten the title shot way sooner if he didn't just gatekeep for Aljamain Sterling. Sean O'Malley beat Marlon Vera, unanimous decision, 50-45, 49-46. I don't even think you can give a round for Cheeto. Cheeto was just staring at him. Aljamain Sterling KO. Round 2, counter right to ground strikes. That was so good. Peter Yan won by split decision. No contest against Pedro Munoz. Oh, my eye. Journeyman Pedro Munoz. And then Riley Paiva. I like his win over Riley Paiva, bro. I liked his hair in that fight. I liked the way he looked in that fight. And I liked the way he went out and just put that dude out very fast. This guy's a sharpshooter. I saw his interview with Kevin Iole. He's talking about how he wants to split open that cut from Merab Dvalishvili. He wants to split that cut right open, and he says he will split that cut right open. When I look at Sean O'Malley, I need to see his headspace, because his headspace is one of the most important factors about him. When you look at the face-off against Aljamain Sterling and the way they faced off right before, where he's like, okay, are you guys ready? You guys have to, I want a clean fight. I want this, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. The way his killer look, he turns this dial on in his head where he's like, he's locked in. And a lot of people don't have that. Some people are terrible at turning that switch on, that okay, I'm fighting now. And Sean O'Malley has been one of the most incredible, fantastic persons that I've ever seen that's able to turn that switch on and activate it, because he's right on. He can go 15 minutes. He can go 25 minutes. The only thing is, guys, can he defend 25 takedowns? Can this guy defend 25 takedowns? I don't know if he could defend 25 takedowns. This guy shot against Peter Yan. He didn't get a lot. He shot against Jose Aldo. Didn't get one takedown. This guy loves to hug nuts. If Belal Muhammad and Merab Dvalishvili are champion, bro, I'm done, bro. This is not gonna be good, but we have to bring in consideration of everything that Merab can do. Merab can take you down, control you, and has vicious ground and pound. I'm not gonna overlook Merab, and I'm gonna tell you everything about him. He's from Garden City Park, New York. One of the best athletes from New York, trains with Aljamain Sterling. He's going to have a lot of intel from Aljamain Sterling about how he felt on that fight against Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley got controlled in the first round by Aljamain Sterling on the cage. And I could definitely see Merab Dvalishvili holding Sean O'Malley on the cage. I don't want Sean O'Malley to be that guy where he's getting held on the cage and he's like, you got to do something. I hate people, bro, who, when they're on the bottom ground and they're like, and they're looking at the ref like, stand us up. You got to get up. I like that about Sean O'Malley, guys. He's not that guy who's just going to be like Israel Adesanya, and after he gets taken down or he gets hit, he turns his face and then he gets taken down and he gives up a submission. Sean O'Malley is not going to give up a submission. He's one of the most elite strikers in the UFC. Very young in the UFC, guys. Very, very young. The fact that he's only 29 years old, guys, makes this for a banger fight. 29 years old versus 33. This guy's under 30. This guy can be under 30 on the Forbes list. This guy can definitely be a superstar, guys. He just needs that finish. He needs to finish Merab. If you want to be a superstar, you got to finish this motherfucker. Or you got to go to war. You got to embarrass this motherfucker. Sarah Jiu-Jitsu versus MMA Lab. MMA Lab, one of the best MMA gyms of all time. I watch all of Sean O'Malley's podcasts, and I try to see where his headspace is, guys. Honestly, I don't think nobody is as much as a sharpshooter in the bantamweight division other than Peyton Talbot in bantamweight history. Merab Dvalishvili doesn't have many attributes that are very fancy to look at, but he makes things work. He has won almost all of his fights inside the UFC other than Ricky Simon, and he's the machine for a reason. This guy, Merab, does get caught, though. He got caught against Marlon Moraes. He got caught against Henry Cejudo. And he doesn't really... you can argue, you know, the thing is, I was going to say his chin is a little questionable. But that doesn't matter if you have insane recovery. So I think Sean O'Malley is going to struggle to finish Merab. I'll be surprised if Sean O'Malley could get a second round KO. I think if the KO is going to come, it has to be a little later. Like third or fourth. I don't really see first or second. Because Sean O'Malley in the first round against Aldo, he got controlled against the fence. And he showed that maybe he lost that first round against Aldo. And then he knocks him out in the second round, so we don't have to talk about that no more. But we have to see why he lost that first round against Aldo. He got controlled on the fence, had great takedown defense, but he was held against the fence. I don't want Merab Dvalishvili to hold this guy against the fence for 25 minutes. Is that possible? Yes, it's possible. I will bro, oh my God, if I see that, bro, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be mad, but it's okay, because this is UFC. Anything can happen in UFC, and you have to look at both sides. So, number one versus number two, Don't be surprised if this goes decision. I think the co-main's going to go decision, and I wouldn't be surprised if this goes over 4.5 rounds. A lot of people are going Sean O'Malley by decision. But, I mean, by KO. They're going Sean O'Malley by KO more than people think that he's going to get a decision win. My dogs are barking like crazy, so I'm sorry, guys. But if you have O'Malley, guys, take the double chance. Go O'Malley by KO or on points, because that might not even hit, because this guy has some of the best BJJ I've ever seen. If you look at O'Malley, bro, he submitted this guy in a grappling tournament. It's not going to show. In a grappling tournament, bro, he got a guillotine. Hard guillotine. He lost to Hector Lombard by straight ankle lock in round 1. That's fine. He won against Takanori Gumi, which is a very good win by guillotine choke. Great BJJ. We don't see Sean O'Malley on his back a lot, but he could definitely throw up a triangle. Maybe this looks like Marvin Vettori versus Israel Adesanya. Marvin Vettori gets a takedown in the first round, and Israel Adesanya tries to throw up a triangle. We could definitely see stuff like that happen. I definitely see Sean O'Malley getting taken down. I can see him getting power bombed, but I need him to Grammy roll. Grammy roll out of that like you did with Peter Yan. Roll out of that. Put the pressure. Put the pace. Pivot. Footwork, pivot. 1-2, down the pipe, uppercut, left overhand, left hook. That left hook needs to land. And we got to outstrike Merab. We have to win 3 rounds. We have to win 3 rounds because Merab is definitely going to win 1 round. We have to. And I say we, but I'm not doing shit. I'm not even fighting. I'm just watching this fight. But I'm going to go Sugar Sean O'Malley, guys, by 3rd round KO or unanimous decision, guys. So I'm sprinkling 3rd round KO. I'm actually sprinkling 2nd or 3rd round KO. I'm sprinkling O'Malley to KO him in the 2nd or 3rd round. And I'm going by unanimous decision. O'Malley by points. O'Malley to win this fight by 48-47, 49-46, and 48-47. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes all 5 rounds. Merab is that guy. It's very hard to finish a guy like Merab. We saw even when he was in a guillotine against Ricky Simone. He was fighting, kicking, fighting, and he was still awake. He went to sleep for a little, but he got up right away. So a guy like Merab is going to be tough to finish with his recovery. One of the best recoveries in MMA. I don't know if he's going to be able to make a mistake like Aljo, because they forced that mistake from Aljo. Aljo was forced to rush. You know, I don't know. He just felt like he needed to close the distance, and he closed it very weird. But we have to say that. Remember, that was a quick turnaround for Aljo. So you can't, he knocked out Aljo, he's going to knock out Merab. You can't say that. Merab is that guy, and he's going to try to avenge Aljo. Don't be surprised if maybe at the end, Aljo's in his corner. Dude, if Aljo's in his corner, bro, that's going to be one of the most best things for Merab. Aljo's definitely going to give him some insight. He's going to tell him about how strong O'Malley felt. He's going to tell him on how he felt that he needed to do, or what he felt he needed to do. Guys, with all that being said, I'm going Sean O'Malley by 3rd round KO or by unanimous decision, guys. I'm sorry I'm doing a double chance for this, but I think it's one of the most likely outcomes, guys. Don't be surprised if you see a sub out of nowhere. Maybe Merab tries to get a sub. Maybe Sean O'Malley tries to get a sub. Don't be biased. Everybody's going to be saying Sean O'Malley by KO. A lot of people. Pay attention to the Merab on Wednesday. Pay attention to Merab's headspace, and pay attention to how Merab feels. His mindset is one of the most powerful things in MMA. So when we watch both of these guys, it's a mind battle. Who's going to be sharper? Who's going to make the other one make mistakes and capitalize on them? This is one of the best chess mind games of all MMA history. I love fights like this, guys. May the best man win, and may this be a fun UFC Sphere event. I don't really care about the prelims, but I care so much about this fight, guys. Let's get it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys have a great day. And let's get it. Stay tuned for my Lock of the Week video and my Best Bets video. Alright? I'll see you guys in the next one. Longer video this time. Peace. Hey, the best is blessed, baby. The best is blessed. Sugar Sean, baby.